So there was a shooting at the Correspondents' Dinner, which is at the White House, and this actually celebrates the First Amendment, journalism, and freedom of press, shall we say? Okay, so there was this guy who came out and decided, hey, I just want to wreck some stuff. I want to shoot some stuff up. So he goes, he runs past security. Security didn't catch him at the time. He shoots, security shoots. I'm just kind of just giving y'all the gist of what's going on. They did protect Trump. They did protect the vice president. The shooter was not hurt. There's so many things I can say about that. The shooter did go into custody without being wounded. He has arraignment Monday. Again, I'm just kind of skimming through to let y'all know what's going on. What's your take on that?
You know what? First of all, when I first heard about this, first thing popped in my mind, I'm like, you got to really either be tired of living or tired of freedom.
Mm-hmm.
When you decide to basically run up on the White House, we ain't gonna say he was shooting. He ran up on the White House.
Yeah.
Well, in my mind, I'm like, what was the end game for that? What was the end game? What was the motive? What was the purpose? Most likely protesting something, right?
Yeah.
So, but authorities do say that they confiscated his phone and everything after they raided the house.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they got the phone off of his person or not,
Mm-hmm.
but they did raid the house and everything. They confiscated the phone. They're trying to get a warrant to go through the phone and see if they can find some possible motives or anything like that. Average dude, Cole Anthony, graduated from Caltech,
Mm-hmm.
mechanical engineer, tutor.
Mm-hmm.
Get this, student, not student, teacher of the month. Average guy. So you never know what's really going through people's head, but I ain't gonna lie, something like this doesn't seem like spontaneous. This isn't just something that you're doing under duress, or it just all of a sudden you decide you want to go and shoot around the president. I ain't gonna say you
Right.
shot at the president. That's something that you plan. You know what I
Definitely
mean?
playing that.
Yeah, so like I said, that's just the first thought goes to my head. Like, what's the end game there? He wasn't shot. I think say he just hurt his knee when they took him down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, a Secret Service man was shot. Thankfully, he had on a vest though. They say he's gonna recover. One thing that stood out to me, I don't know if you've seen his interview. Shout out to Perlman. Oz Perlman. He's the magician that was performing for Trump and the first lady right at the time of it taking place, the situation taking place. He said some funny things, but one of the things I noticed that had me chuckling, he said when they all dropped to the ground on all fours, he looked up and Trump was right there in front of him. They locked eyes. So just imagine you hear some shooting going on, you jump down to the floor, you look up, you and the president both looking at each other like, what the hell
Damn,
going
about
on?
to kiss.
Yeah, man, but I guess we'll learn more as this unfolds. This did happen last night at the Correspondents' Dinner, like Valencia said.
Yeah.
So,
But look, I got something to say, okay? If y'all see this clip, you're going to see this cold guy run right past security. Like they really just could have reached out and just grabbed him like that. I don't get it. Like he could have been a football player. I'm
yeah,
for real.
he did look like he had some speed.
You
on
feel
him.
me? He was on it because he was like, got right through him.
Because on the clip, I thought they probably was mashing fast forward or something. Like he really went through like flash. Like
Yeah.
a blur.
They didn't
Yeah.
catch him, y'all. And I'm
Mhm.
like, who are these guys and why Trump hired them or whoever hired them? Because they're not doing their job. I thought Secret Service, unless they weren't Secret Service, but any type of security that's around that kind of event and these type of high profile people,
Mhm.
they was supposed to catch him. He wasn't supposed to go through 4, 5, 6 men. Like literally just poop, 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 poop. Okay? And then on top of that, this is what I realized. This is for my ladies right here. It don't matter how good you think you got it. Okay? Melania, JD Vance's wife, what's her name? Usher. Listen, they were not protected. They went to the president. They stood in the security stood Secret Service in front of the president, behind the president, on the sides of the president, and then they was on different sides of the stage. No one protected Melania. Not no one. No one protected the vice president's wife. She crawled under the table. And by the way, JD Vance acts like he didn't want to go nowhere. Okay? He was sitting there. They yoked him up by the back of his collar. He was like, wait, I ain't done with my dinner yet. For real. Yeah, I think this was crazy. Definitely was planned, I think. And if you see his mug shot, he looked like he a little crazy. He's skinny. He looked like he's hungry. He needs to eat. They put him on like a space suit of a blanket called a Myra blanket. I don't really know what that is. Do you know what that is?
I have no idea.
It looked like it's made out of tin foil. Okay? His face orange, like Trump's. He had the Oompa Loompa face. So something was going on. It could be anything, especially with a lot of diversity and controversy that Trump has been putting out here. Okay? So, yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say. Is that, yeah, he went over there and he wasn't playing. He got a couple of shots. No, I take that back. I do got something to say. I don't know what he is, but he ain't us. Because this man shot 1 to 2 times, and they shot back. They shot multiple rounds. When you listen, you're going to hear multiple rounds. But they did not hit him once. So either security sucks at shooting, right?
Either that or he was fast as Flash.
He
like
was fast as Flash, huh? Because I just feel like if it was somebody else, it would have been man down.
You're right about that.
You feel me?
I seen a couple of the videos of him. His name is Cole Allen, by the way. I seen a couple of videos of him. I will say this: when they raided his home, they showed the house. He looks like he was, okay. Suburban neighborhood, nice size house or whatnot. He traveled from Cali to Chicago first, and then to the Correspondents dinner. So what the agents are also doing, they're trying to backtrack all of his steps, see who he was communicating with and everything. So again, hopefully they'll have more information. He got 2 charges. That's what tripped me out about the charges when I read the charges. I was thinking I was about
Just
to
2?
see. Yeah, just 2 so far. I was thinking I was about to hear something like terrorism or, you know what I mean, treason or something.
Yeah.
But it's actually just regular charges. Using a firearm during a crime of violence and assault on a federal officer. I mean, not regular as if, just something you just wash away or whatnot. But I mean, it's nothing about president, nothing about, commander in chief. So I was wondering about that because I'm like, man, is this an attempted assassination? You know what I mean? But I guess it doesn't qualify for that. But
I don't know. They did say he left a text message though. They not left, but they found text messages saying that he wanted to harm the U.S. administration.
The administration itself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So,
like I say, usually it's whatever the motive is. I'm pretty sure it's some sort of cause.
I'm sure.
Don't really know whether it's a deranged cause or if it's something that, well, obviously he really believes in it, but really don't know. But I tell you what, those guests at that dinner, you got to understand the Correspondents dinner is the government and it's the media. All right? They're celebrating journalism. Just think, all of those journalists are in there as this happens.
Exactly.
They all wish their cameraman was with them because they want to get the footage. You notice they weren't even scared. Hey, shout out to the journalists, though, because you got Anderson Cooper. I remember back in the day, Connie Chung. Those journalists that go to the war and go to wherever something is being committed, they be right there in the line of fire just to make sure they can give us up-close pictures and stories about it. But again, when you guys see some footage of this correspondent dinner as the shots were ringing out, as the commotion was going on, once it got to the point where everybody noticed that there is danger lurking, none of these journalists jumped up under the table. They were all looking. Some of them even had their phone out trying to record. That's real journalism there, man.
Yeah. Well, that's that on that. I was thinking he probably wasn't gonna see daylight again, but since you said he got those light charges, I mean, I've seen
charges
people.
there, I'm pretty sure it's gonna carries some time, but nah, he'll get out. Like he didn't. He shot a guy. He shot a Secret Service agent, but he's gonna recover. But he'll see daylight again unless something just mysteriously happens to
through a
him.
window with some bars on it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, man. But yeah, so just had to let y'all know about that real quick.
Crazy world. But coming up next.